Hi, my name's Greg Goodmanson, and I'm originally from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I've been in Fort Myers, Florida now for about 5 years, and my wife and I have been married for 20 years, a little over 20 years. We have 5 children, and in the off time, I spend time with my kids. We do a lot of fishing, kayaking, and things like that. Well, my position here, I'm one of the advisors, and I have a few different roles within that. My primary role is as the virtual sales manager director, and what I do in that capacity really is all aspects. I maintain the viability of the program, I do the coaching within that program, and I also make sure that that program is profitable on an ongoing basis, that we're introducing new strategies and new ways of helping producers have success. In addition to that, I work with a little over 20 different agencies where I have direct responsibility for coaching them on a monthly basis, making sure that they are executing their vertical growth plan and getting results. And then finally, I am the assessment guru around here. I'm certified both in Colby as well as SPQ Gold, which is a call reluctance assessment. And I've got a lot of background with assessments as well. I was certified in DISC in times past, and did a lot of work with that. So I do a lot of work with individuals, just communication, improved communication, productivity, in the areas of trust and development of trust, and overall just helping producers, helping any individual identify a barrier, react to that barrier, and overcome it. I come from kind of a unique background because I spent a number of years as an assistant pastor at a church where I did a lot of teaching, training, and counseling. And the counseling aspect of it I enjoyed, but there was always something more to it that I felt was missing. And I started coaching some individuals who had asked me for some coaching and felt a real tug towards that. I loved it. Absolutely loved the opportunity to help people see what was possible, help people recognize what was in them, and then be able to give them steps on how to get there. And so when that happened, it got me to a place where I said, I really want to do this on a regular basis. So I started my own business as a coach. And in the meantime, as I was doing that, one of the things I realized that I needed and was lacking was sales skills. I didn't realize when I first jumped into it how much sales skills and the ability to be able to create relationships from that standpoint would be important. And so I went out and began to sell long-term care insurance, and then eventually ended up in the mortgage business as a mortgage broker, and working with an organization where I was helping them to establish their mortgage brokerage. I think the best part about being a vertical growth advisor is when you see a result. It is that person who calls you or emails you and said, hey, guess what, I did what you said and it worked. We got a result. Those are the kinds of things that in the office we're sharing all of the time because it gets every one of us excited and pumped up about what we do. So I think it's absolutely getting the result. To relax in my free time, I do a lot of reading, and I spend a lot of time with my kids. Really enjoy that. Appreciate that time. And I think with an 18-year-old now, and our kids range from 18 down to 5, you realize how quickly that time goes. And anything I can do with my wife, just the time that we spend together is time that I really look forward to. My personal goals in the next 5 years are, number one, to continue to have an impact on my children and to prepare them for life. The bottom line is I believe that we've got a leadership gap in this country today, and I have an opportunity to help my kids become leaders and to be able to have an impact. So my family is a huge personal goal. Financially, I want to have an impact. You know, Roger and Patrick talk about the pebble in the pond and how far that pebble can go when you have a little bit of an impact. And so I actually keep track of the amount of money that I give because I've got a personal goal to give a certain amount of money by the time I'm 60 and then 65 years old. Prior to that, over the next 5 years, I've got a certain dollar figure that I would like to give. So personally, from that standpoint. And then ongoing development of me personally so that I can be better at what I do. Ongoing development to me is really, really important. I tend to read 3 to 4 books at a time, which sounds a little bit crazy, but that's my way of being able to develop myself personally. And as a result of that, plus the things that I'm doing around making sure that I'm mentored on a regular basis. Just to continue to be able to offer the people that I come in contact with here, both at Sitkins and things that I do outside of Sitkins, to continue to offer them great value, that they get value from what I do, and that I would really have an impact on them. Those are my personal goals. It is, again, going back to the result. It's helping people get results. It's making people's lives better. It's helping people to see something in themselves that maybe they didn't see. Maybe it's an obstacle that they have been up against for years. And in a lot of cases, that's what it is. We find an obstacle that somebody's been up against personally for years, and they've had a hard time, they've struggled to overcome it. And now suddenly a light goes on in their head because of something that was said or something that we brought to the table. And that is amazing to me. That is something that I really enjoy.